Hey guys, I just want to put this Mueller report into perspective for you, into context. There's absolutely nothing there whatsoever. Mueller knew it all along. Everyone that worked alongside Mueller knew it all along. James Comey knew it all along. All of his cohorts, they all knew it all along. And essentially that's what's come out. So this exposes the left, and it's going to hurt the left far more than it did Trump in the long run. I think he's going to win 2020 thanks to this, in part, at least. Think about this. I wrote some notes down. I just want you guys to consider some of the things that are implied here. First off, if they can do this to the president of the United States, just think of what they can do to you. This is so dangerous. This is supreme injustice, if you will. Just a couple notes here. I think that you should hate the Mueller report, even if you hate President Trump. Consider this. This report gave the prosecutor side only. If you've ever been involved in any type of litigation whatsoever, whether it's criminal law, whether it's family law, if you've been a part of a court hearing, whatever, you understand everybody looks good. Every witness looks good until they have to testify themselves. So what the Mueller report was able to do is throw all of this stuff out there to see what sticks, yet Trump didn't necessarily have the outlet to defend himself except via Twitter. So we can see his frustration over the last couple of years, and I think rightfully so, knowing that all along this is a hoax being perpetrated against you. Also, consider this. Consider Robert Mueller himself. The fact that this guy knew all along there was no Russia collusion, just like James Comey, they decided to stay silent on this. 500, what was it, 2,800 subpoenas, 500 interviews. I mean, the numbers, the amount of people that they interviewed, the amount of subpoenas, absolutely crazy. And there was nothing there. But Mueller did give the Democrats something. He gave them this hope of obstruction of justice, which they even know it isn't there. But this is a way to make himself, or to endear himself to the left, so they don't bash him for the next couple of years. So he gave them a little cookie, if you will, some crumbs, so that they could be happy with him. He can still go around in their circles and be lauded as some type of hero and all this kind of nonsense. This guy is really selfish. This guy is really, in my opinion, based upon this Mueller report, is disgusting what he did. It's disgusting. So now the country was in limbo for 2 years over Russia collusion. Now he gave the Democrats a cookie where they can keep this nonsense of obstruction of justice when he knows full well there was never any obstruction of justice whatsoever. Look at this stuff. Totally exonerated of the Russia collusion. That's what we found out. Carter Page was not a Russian agent. They knew that all along. They knew that early on. The Trump team, they knew from Roger Stone and some of these people, they were braggadocious about, WikiLeaks and all this stuff they could do. But the guys were just braggers. They were liars. They knew this. So what they were trying to do is just get them caught up in what they call these process crimes. Okay, they really didn't commit a crime, but in the while they weren't committing a crime, maybe they committed some silly stuff like that. So they wouldn't have been convicted of any type of crime or indicted or charged on any type of crime, except for the fact that they decided to volunteer information to Robert Mueller, and in that event they may have said a little fib or something, and that can get you time in jail. Keep in mind too, President Trump voluntarily gave these people all of the information they need. That's why he was so PO'd at James Comey. He knew he hadn't done anything wrong. Everybody, the left, is talking about how the president said, "Oh, I'm effed, my presidency." He was talking about his presidency. He felt like this time would be so consuming with the fact that the special counsel was appointed. It would be so time consuming that he would spend all of his energy there rather than running the country. That's what he was talking about. And they know it. That was outlined in the Mueller report. Another thing, no Steele Dossier whatsoever. So this document by Christopher Steele that was opposition research paid for by Hillary Clinton through Fusion GPS, that wasn't even a part of it. That wasn't even a part of the report. So the document which set this nonsense off wasn't even a part of it. What does that tell you? They knew right away there was no Russia collusion, and they were fishing for anything possible in order to get Trump. It was, as many have said, and I no longer believe it's hyperbole, it was a coup. It was an attempted coup. It plain and simple. What else do we have here? So Trump's team possibly helped save him, or did help save him, from Don McCann, Corey Lewandowski, from a real obstruction charge. Hey, you know what? So what? This is a guy who is new to politics, period, in the sense that he's never held elected office until he won the presidency. And people are mad at him. Mad at him for, hey, I'm being falsely accused. Do something about it. Who wouldn't do that in that situation? This is a travesty of justice. If they can do this to the President of the United States, imagine what they can do to you. This has seriously put a black eye on the Department of Justice.